It is a beautiful morning here in the mountains of southern Appalachia. Matt and I are down at the big garden working. There's no garden left to work with, but yesterday Matt started trying to bring all the wood that he split already up to the house so that we'll have it when cold weather gets here. So we're going to continue working on taking that pile that he cut earlier this summer up to the house. And then I think there's some logs over here that's been laying a while, and he's going to pull them out and try to go ahead and get them split so we can also take that up to the house. We've had some really wonderful weather, cool airish mornings, cool airish nights. It's just been so great, but that weather's kind of moved out on us and the warmth has returned. Hopefully this will be the last time though. Maybe the next time the cool weather returns it'll stay for good. You hope so, don't you, Matt?
Do it right now.
He wishes it'd do it right now. Hopefully it will the next time, and then before you know it, we'll be building our first fire of the year.
I'm challenged for room.
Yeah. How many logs is there?
6 or 7
Oh,
or so.
I thought there was just 2 or 3. I was going to say you could just scrooch up for 2 or 3.
That's good wood too. That's hickory and it's been dead almost 2 years.
Is that what Thomas cut?
Yeah. He just saved that one out for me because he knew it'd be good. It's good firewood. The rest of that stuff up there wasn't.
Yeah.
But he knew that one would be. He asked me did I want him to pile it up, and I said yeah.
Yeah.
It just took me as long to get to it to cut it.
Well, it's seasoned good now. Help keep us warm this winter.
Good hot burning wood.
Yeah. Is that the saw that you cleared our place with?
Man,
Oh, okay.
that's that newest one I bought.
Oh, I forgot you bought a new one, yeah. I can't keep up with Matt and his saws. That's how you feel about me and my new dresses, right?
Well, no, not really. You don't hoard up and buy multiples of things like I do. For some reason, I think I've got to have 4 or 5 chainsaws and stuff like that, and that's not the case. That one is a little easier and lighter to run.
Oh, that's the one that Roland told you about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It ain't really that much lighter, but somehow or another it must be balanced better. It's a whole lot easier to run than that big one. That big saw cut, but it sure is hard to run for an older gentleman.
Yeah. Well, it looks like you're doing pretty good. That's a nice little pile of wood already.
Several more logs there. That'll all be good too, because it's hickory.
You have to dig them out of the snake den. It's probably a good
That
place.
right over there is absolutely a snake den.
Probably a good place for a snake to be. copperhead or something since they've been laying there for over a year. Well, you've done been messing around over there. If there was any in there, they probably took off to the creek. Look at that big ragweed, how tall it is.
Yeah.
That's a giant one. Got you some nice poison oak on that one, don't you?
We've got plenty.
Maybe it's dead.
Should be. That thing's been laying there for a couple of years. Gosh, I can't even get by.
It's the biggest piece of it I think you've had.
That's the longest piece.
Yeah, I mean the longest, not the thickest.
That's some good wood.
Yeah, it'd be a pile of wood. That one had some ants in it. See them?
Yep. Hope it ain't the Peruvian killer ants.
Never heard of the Peruvian killer ants.
I ain't either.
Oh, you ain't either.
Every 2 days there's some kind of invasive, some garbage.
I know.
Something outlandish that's got here and we're all supposed to be scared to death.
Yeah. Those are some big old ants though. get away from me. We were regrouping. We were going to jump in, or Matt was going to. I was just going to assist and start splitting what we just cut. But instead, the sunshine is just beaming right down in that area. I think we're going to go back to what Matt was doing yesterday, which was hauling the wood he's already split up to the house. How many more loads of that is there, Matt?
That old stuff?
Yeah.
Probably load and a half or two.
Load and a half or two. So I'm not sure we'll get all that done today either. We both got stuff we got to do after dinner today. But we're gonna give it our best shot. I guess at least get one truckload up to the house. From this vantage point, you can really see how big of a mountain of stuff we got there.
Yeah.
Got something in your boot?
I feel that thing slammed full of sawdust when I was cutting it.
Yeah.
I saw it, but I just kept going.
I can't stand it when something's in my shoe.
I've got enough in there to make a small piece of OSB, I believe.
Come unfed, have you?
Yeah.
I think Chef Paul's making hamburgers today.
If we talk him into putting a little drive-through window on the side of the house, when I'm down here working, I could just go up there and ring the bell and have him cook me something.
Have him cook you something.
Probably don't work that way, does it?
No, probably not.
I don't know what it'd take to get me full and stay that way a while.
You got a fast metabolism. Of course, you work hard too. But
I don't work much hard anymore. But everything I go to do is hard work, I can tell you that. I don't work hard much, but every time I have to go to work, it's always hard.
Yep. Matt's using
copperhead preventative.
Yeah, Matt is using the hoe as a copperhead preventative, just to make sure there's no snakes before we start handling them. He got part of...
A skin.
Huh?
There's a skin.
Is there a skin?
Yeah.
Snake skin?
Yep.
So you can see the snake skin right there. Goes down through there. Kind of shiny, crinkly looking. Of course, there's no way for us to tell what kind of snake that was. Could have been one of our friendly black snakes. But this would be a good place for any snake to hide, make its house. Probably under there too.
Oh yeah.
I see some of our wood's under there.
It is.
We're gonna be able to dig it out.
Ain't much of it. I dug some out the other day. It's just right in the edge.
Just right in the edge.
Bad thing is a lot of it's soaking wet, so I didn't even get much of it.
Okay.
Just have to sacrifice it or get it when we unmulch this pile one day.
Yeah. Still a lot of wood down here. How much did you get yesterday? 2 loads? 3 loads? 2?
That's 2 baby truckloads.
Well, 2 baby truckloads. Okay.
Me.
Uh-oh. And bees and everything else. Well, got a load, even if it's a baby load in your baby truck.
Yeah, this is my Well, it's on the truck I got. It's kind of a preschool type of truck.
Preschool truck.
Yeah, Mateo.
And hey, they work too.
They work. They work for going to town buying candy bars, but they don't work for work.
Well, you're working in it.
You can't do a whole lot of work in them.
All right, you ready to go up to the house and unload it?
Yep.
All right. Ironwood is just starting to bloom in our area. Isn't it beautiful? Those deep purple blooms. That's some Joe Pye weed there behind it. I love the purple blooms though, and they usually start about this time, so I think of it as the purple robe of fall in the mountains of Appalachia. A really, really beautiful plant. Just grows wild. This is mountain mint. Smells really, really good. It grows wild. Here's some other wildflowers. Aren't they beautiful? Some Joe Pye weed down here, or Queen of the Meadow. I like to think of it as Queen of the Meadow. It's called both though. Usually much, much taller than this, but this is growing on the shady bank, so it's trying to lean out and reach the sunshine, but it just ain't quite doing it. Here's some other little wildflowers. I think that's a type of aster, but I may be wrong. It's pretty though. Here's a close-up of the ironweed. Isn't it just beautiful? Look at those purple blooms. The girls were down here the other day at the garden when we were, I don't remember what we were doing, but they were walking along through here, and one of them happened to see that gigantic hornet's nest. Can you see it? And they're flying in and out. And those are mean, mean hornets. I've been stung by them and it hurts very badly. There's a nest like that one time up at our house. Of course, I didn't know it was there. And I threw watermelon rind and it just happened to hit it. And before I could even take a step and turn back around to go back in the house, they were on my face stinging me. It was not a pleasant experience. I guess you've noticed something about your popsicle. The wrong color.
What's you trying to make me enjoy this?
I've let you run out of grape again.
Oh.
Sorry. You just got the suntan lotion. That's all we got left is the coconut. You don't like?
I'll choke it down.
Tastes like suntan lotion, ain't that what you say?
Tastes just like copper tone.
How many times did you eat copper tone?
Probably several back in the day.
I don't think you ever laid out in the sun.
No, but I was
Around people that
in
did.
the sun and around people that had the stuff on. And this tastes just like that smells. Minus the sweat.
Minus the sweat. I don't know, I was sweating pretty bad down there. Once the sun got up and got on us.
Got warm.
Got warm. Our wonderful cool weather that we had is gone.
Mornings are cool a little bit,
Just
but the
a little.
afternoons are getting hot.
Yeah,
And it's supposed to get real hot now, or hotter next week.
yeah. So we're so thankful Matt and Daniel got the air conditioner up and running. We've got air. Took them 2 days, really just because they didn't have all the pieces they needed. Thought it was going to work one way and you had to do something else.
Yeah, had to end up having to go after a piece or go after some parts. And had to wait till the next morning to go get them, so he came back the next afternoon and we finished in a couple hours.
It's really nice so far, much quieter.
Much quieter, and it blows good and it cools good.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So we'll be prepared for the heat that comes back.
Be laying close to the hole that's blowing the cold air.
We
when
were,
it gets
yeah,
hot.
we were so blessed though that it happened at this end of the year like this. So
Yeah.
we've not really sufferred much, even though
No.
we didn't have it at night. Matt would open all the windows, but it was really cool outside. So that was good.
Reminded me of when we was young.
Yeah,
All the windows open. We didn't even have a ceiling fan.
yeah.
We'd open windows and put a box fan in one of them and blow it across the room.
That's how we were. We didn't have ceiling fans, but we had those box fans, the ones you could run up to and go, ah, and it'd make your voice shake.
Yeah.
And somebody was always saying, stay away from the fan, you're going to lose a finger.
Yeah, it was the metal bladed box fans.
Those, yeah.
That had the metal wire grate in front of it, but you could get you get your little fingers in there,
Yeah.
and it would hurt you.
Yeah, I hate to think about it.
These new ones won't do that.
I bet somewhere at Granny's in the basement, one of the ones we had still there, probably. We had them, it seemed, I mean, I don't know how big they were, but I was little, so they seemed like they were that tall. I mean, they were big.
Yeah, they're as big and as heavy.
Big square ones, yeah.
The whole case was sheet metal, and then the front and back of it, where it was open, was wire. Or
Yeah.
like, I don't know, just like galvanized wire.
We had 2 of them. So I remember 2 going at different times, but really I can only remember what one of them looked like. And that's the one I think, if there's one still there, it's probably that one because it was so big and heavy. It had looked like fake wood at the top. It wasn't real wood. It was like a decal or something, but it looked like it. Kind of a bronze color. We weren't soft in those days. We just didn't even think about it. But we are now. We think about it, and not only that, as soon as ours goes out, we start trying to figure out how to get it back. Yeah. Even though it is going to warm up, I keep telling Matt, which he's disappointed, it's going to warm up just in time for his deer season to start. But it can't be much more of it. This late in the year, can't be much more. Which this is typical for September, that we'll get cool, and you'll think, oh, fall's here, and then the heat comes back, then you'll get cool, then some heat comes back, and till finally it's gone.
I remember me and your daddy done a job one time on a house, and it got up a little bit above 90, and it was in October. And we were building a big deck on the end of actually it wrapped around a house. Right out in the sun, no shade, nowhere, and I was suffering because I just couldn't, and it had already been a cool morning or cool day or two, and I thought, it's here to stay.
Yeah.
And then it got that hot, and it just made me plumb mad. You know how it
I
does.
bet, yeah.
And it was 2 or 3 days there, it got up to 90 degrees and a little bit above, and ended up getting sunburnt
Oh, goodness.
in October.
Yeah. So many people, of course, live where it's warm all the time, and so they don't even miss the coldness or the coolness or whatever. But I always think about at Christmas. Sometimes at Christmas, we rarely ever have snow at Christmas. You think of the snowy scenes of Christmas. But I want it to at least be cold. at least be cold. And there's been years that it wasn't cold.
Right.
And that just seems like Matt said, it makes you mad a little bit.
Some years it
Not
was,
really, but you just want it to be cold where everybody's bundled up. But then I think about those people, though, that live in those warm places. Christmas is always warm for them. You know, it's a totally different experience. I'm sorry I interrupted you. What you're saying?
we've had a Christmas day or two that was 60 degrees. Mm-hmm. That's just plumb ain't right.
And then we've had some, though, where we did get snow, which was beautiful. Of course, there's some places that have snow every Christmas, no matter what. They've got snow, so all various things. But I love all the seasons really equally, but I'm always ready for the next one. Like, I'm ready for the coolness and the coldness, ready for our first fire, start wearing sweaters and boots, and then by spring I'll be ready for all that to go away. I'm glad we got that done, though, what we did.
Yeah, I've been wanting to cut them logs up for a long time. Still got to split them and get them up here, but at least we made a showing, as your daddy used to say.
Yeah, just pecking away at it. I know Matt's glad that he chopped all that wood earlier this year. Because usually we're the people that's like chopping wood, cutting wood.
When you need it.
Right, when you need it.
Right.
So at least that's already there and it's already dry. Maybe next year, that's an improvement. But next year, when he cuts it, he can put it straight in here in the shed.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
That big tree across the creek down there, I've got to get it sawed up and split, and I'm going to save it till next year because it'll take it that long to dry.
Yeah.
And there'll be a lot of wood in that tree.
Yeah. Or will be. I was surprised how much there's going to be in that hickory.
Yeah, just one little small hickory about a 12-inch diameter butt on that thing. And that's a pretty good amount of wood. Once we get it split up, it will be.
It will be. Where was it? Do you remember where it was at?
No, it was on this bank here somewhere, and I remember him asking me, did I want him to save it for firewood? And I said, yeah, just stack it up over and I'll cut it.
Yeah.
It just took me a while.
That's all right.
But it had to dry out anyway.
Yeah. And our friend Thomas, who did that cutting for us, he's usually, a lot of people ask Matt in our comments that when they find out we burn wood for heat, they want to know, well, does Matt cut it off of our land? There's really not a good place to cut it off of our land.
I mean, you could cut it,
It's just
but you can't get it out.
It's so steep,
It's
It's so steep, so.
I have cut a few dead ones around here and got them into the yard and split them and bust them in the past, but
Yeah.
I don't. That's not something I'm going to do now.
So our friend Thomas, he's really like family, but he does like right-of-way clearing and cuts trees and clears, like he cleared that bank for us and this bank, so he does all kinds of stuff like that. So in other words, he comes in contact or gets access to lots of wood, because most of the time homeowners, if you're cutting it, they don't want it. They want you to get rid of it. So if it is like oak or hickory or something like that that's good for burning, he will just take it home and he piles it up and then he sells it. He don't chop it into firewood or nothing, but he just sells the, what do you call them?
He just sells the rounds.
Rounds, yeah. So usually we'll get him to bring us a dump truck load. We hadn't done that this year.
He just dumps them out, and then I'll bring the splitter alongside the pile and just start splitting. And economics-wise, for what a load of that costs for how far it goes is really good. I mean, there's some work involved in it, but still, we could heat all winter long for way, way, way less than we could with either electric heat or some kind of fuel heat, like we used to have kerosene heat. It got real expensive, and that's why we got rid of it.
Yeah. And Thomas, because he does do that all the time, like what we're getting is seasoned wood, so it's ready once Matt splits it to be used.
It's already been laying on the pile for a year or
so. But we hadn't got any this year. One thing is we were kind of ahead of the game because of all that tree cutting Matt did down there, and then we don't have nowhere to put it.
Well, I was waiting to get this shed
We're waiting to
done,
get
too.
the shed done. Usually we let him dump it right here,
Right.
right where we're sitting. So and then we can put it in the big garden now. He could dump it down there, but I don't know. We may have enough to make it. I don't know. I don't guess we will though. Really, even with that.
Probably not. We probably
So,
should
probably
have
have to
him bring
get him
some,
some
and
to
we
bring
dump
some.
it down there again. And
Yeah.
I
Maybe
mean,
that'll
even-
be the last time. Well, or even if we keep dumping it down there, then if we get to where Matt can bring it up here and
Right.
once it's split.
yeah, they ain't nowhere to dump it here now. Unless we
no.
dump it in the middle of the driveway.
Yeah, here on the Goat Bluff, we're limited with space. And we're really limited down there, too, because you've got the driveway on one side, can't block it, and then you've got the creek on the other side. Corey and Austin's yard on one side.
That's what I was going to say.
So.
We got some, birthday in the road, some neighbors that's pretty picky.
Matt's just teasing, they're not. But we are limited on space, for sure. We could take part of the garden, but then we hate to do that. Although it's tempting to think about putting a greenhouse down there where it get more sunshine. One thing we need down there, really, speaking of sheds, is a shed down there.
We do.
Not one that's, you don't have to worry about the walls or anything, but just one for Matt to put all his implements under.
That would be a good idea.
Yeah. I wonder if you could get one of the carport things for that, because you wouldn't be wanting to close it in.
Well, you'd have to get a big one,
Yeah.
you know.
Something to think about, I guess.
We should just bought a warehouse.
Yeah. That's what Granny used to want Pap to build her warehouse. Put all her
She could
crochet,
feel it.
put all her crochet thread in it. Yeah, she could feel it. Yeah, for
I
sure.
know somebody else that could, too.
I know somebody that could too. I'm sitting beside him. When you think about all the hunting stuff and the camouflage and the knives
You're
and all
getting little
that.
touches here, are you?
No, I'm just saying you've got as much stuff as I do.
I was not saying you solely. I was talking about you and your offspring as a group. I was not really implying anything, so back off the attack.
I wasn't attacking.
Yeah, you
I,
was.
no,
Yeah,
I
you
wasn't.
was.
No, I wasn't. You started
I
it. I
seen that
wasn't
little mad
attacking.
twinkle in your eyeball there. I saw it. I've seen it before.
I wasn't attacking. I was just saying you've got a lot of stuff too,
I do.
so you can't blame it all on me. We could become minimalist and give it all away. Could you relegate yourself to one knife? No.
Well,
No
that's
more
how
than I
used to do
could
it.
relegate myself to one book or one cannon pot or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not interested in much doing that.
A minimalist life.
Yeah, I just don't. Whatever. If that's what somebody wants
Oh,
to do,
yeah.
that's fine. But
Yeah. Miss Cindy was like that, especially when she moved out here. She wanted she'd give everything away, really. I mean, she'd ask us if we wanted it, and if we didn't, then she'd take it, to a thrift store or something like that and donate it.
and we may get that way. We get as we get
We
older.
might,
maybe.
yeah, she did. She got like that. She just was like, I just don't need it no more. I don't need the stuff. So, yeah, we might.
Having too much stuff, especially stuff that you don't use, that you have to live around, and you have to periodically move to, while you're doing whatever you're doing, and
Yeah.
you constantly have to work around it and move around it, and it begins to irritate you. And then when
Yeah.
you're irritated, it kind of irritates you subliminally all the time. You just don't
Right.
really realize it until, some people just say, that's enough, I'm
Right.
getting rid of it.
Got
And I can
it.
see that.
Oh, yeah, I can too. And it does feel good when you go through something and clean it out. Like maybe you've not been through your closet in a long time. You go through it and think, I hadn't wore this in 2 years. These shoes I never liked to begin with, whatever, and donate it all. It does make you feel a lot better.
So how
So
do we
that
get
part's
some
true.
heater wood diffusion dresses?
I don't
Let's turn around and go back.
Go back to heater wood.
Yeah.
Well, another question people ask us is what wood that Matt likes to burn. Mostly what we get from Thomas is what, oak?
It's some type of oak, multiple types of oak, or maple, usually. The tree I saw this morning is a hickory. That big tree that we're gonna saw across the creek is a big red oak, and all that burns well. It's all good burning wood. I like hickory, of course, and but there ain't a great deal of hickory. I mean, it's not as prolific in the woods as oaks.
Yeah.
And, But I like hickory, of course, and I like white oak awful well. I'm kind of conflicted on white oak, though. I love white oak trees and don't want to cut them and all that, but as far as burning wood, it burns fantastic. It's hard to split, but it burns good. And I used to like locust awful well, but it's almost all
There's
gone.
just not much of it.
And you got to be careful. It burns so hot, and the hickory will do the same thing. If you just pack the stove plumb full of nothing but hickory, it'll get awful hot. It's a good wood to mix with. Mix, it with some oak or some maple or whatever.
You read those old accounts of people, what they're talking about the stove, because of course in those days that's all they had to heat with was wood. Whether it was here or somewhere else, not necessarily in the mountains of Appalachia, but whether it was at school or church or at home, that's where they had to have that wood heat. But you read those tales about them or documents or whatever, stories of them, that they would get where the stove was like red.
Right.
Now that'd be pretty scary, wouldn't it?
It would.
Be pretty scary. Of course, they may have been burning just whatever, because they needed to stay warm. That's all they had. We're luxury. We can do without if we had to.
We don't even have to burn wood.
No.
We just do.
Yeah. One time years ago, I was writing about wood cutting and logging and stuff on the Blind Pig and the Acorn, but mostly about firewood. And again, when Pap and Granny was children, they had to have wood not just for heat, but to heat water, to cook with, to all those things. And so one time when I was doing that, I asked Daddy lots of questions, but I said, well, Daddy, what do you think's the best wood to heat with? He said, well, that depends on how cold you are. I was like, yeah, you're right. It's pretty wise. Like Matt wouldn't do pine because of the tendency for it to create creosote.
Yeah, it's any resinous wood you don't want to burn in a chimney or in an enclosed chimney in a house, because it'll build up. I mean, you can do it, but you got to stay on top of keeping it clean.
Yeah.
And I don't want to clean it multiple times in the burning season. I want to clean it one time right before we start burning, and then I'll clean it again next year.
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye on it a little bit over the winter, just to be sure that it's not showing signs of stopping up or whatever, but it never does. Ours don't.
Thankfully, we've never had that problem. But if we were really cold, especially you think about having babies that are cold,
absolutely,
I'd burn the fire, you burn the pine
absolutely.
All day long. Yeah, if that's all you had, if that's all you could get.
That's exactly right.
Pap was right about that. I see some of that beautiful iron there.
Mm-hmm.
I've got one little part of it over in my flower bed, but I didn't realize I've got some right there at the top of the driveway too. Pretty. Purple robe of fall. Another sign that that cool weather is coming.
Yep.
Matt just wishes it was here for his first week of deer hunting.
Yeah, I do, but it's just not going to be, so I might as well get over that.
Yeah, which it's usually not, is it? It's usually like this. It'll be really nice and cool, and Matt's like, man, this is nice, but it won't last because hunting season's coming. That's usually what happens.
I may look around, shop around, see if I hear this weekend, so I'll have it for next week. See if I can't get me a camouflage Speedo with a pouch on the side of it to put my knife in, and I'll just hunt in that.
Oh, goodness. If he does, I'll be sure to video it for y'all.
That way I can stay cool.
Yeah, you'd stay cool. You might have some bug bites, some places that'd be
probably would.
Tender and exposed, not usually exposed.
Yeah, that would be less than ideal.
Yeah. Exciting time of the year though for Matt to get ready and then thinking about the wood too.
Yep.
We love the wood heat because it heats so good, but we love to sit around the stove and warm too.
Mm-hmm.
In all the years we've had that stove, we have never put nothing on it. We just ain't. We never have. So it's kind of rusty, but it works good. I mean, all that.
Mm-hmm.
But Matt, I don't know what got you into do that, but
I just got tired of looking at that.
2 weeks ago, Matt decided he's going to put something on it. And where did you learn that from, Mike Reed?
Yeah, I seen Mike Reed, seen him say, I think he did a video on seasoning the stove with coconut oil.
I'll link to that in the description below. I'll find it and link to it.
And I wanted to try it then. That's been, I don't know, a year, maybe 2 ago. I can't remember, but I had saw that and thought, yeah, that's a good idea. I'm going to do that. And then time got by and I never did. And then I got tired of looking at that rusty thing, you know. So I kind of wire brushed it off a little bit and cleaned it off, and then put that coconut oil on it, and then I built a fire in it. What I thought was going to be a low fire.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Try to heat it up and let it, let the pores of the metal open up and pull that in, and it got a little hot and it got a little smoky in the basement, didn't it?
Yeah, we had to. Well, I mean, we wasn't really down there doing. Well, we were down there working, wasn't we? We had to leave the basement, open the door, and leave for a while.
Yeah, but it quickly dissipated, and now the stove looks much better.
Oh, it's amazing how much better it looks. I'm like, why did we not never do that before? We just never thought about it, or I didn't. I mean, I hear people talk about it, doing it to theirs, and what do they call it, stove black or something?
Yeah, you can buy that stuff
Yeah.
and do it, and I like this better because it's not chemical.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And I don't even know what the stove black
Oh,
is.
I
I'm
don't
just
know
assuming
either.
that it's some kind of chemical.
It may not be, but I don't know. And it may not even, after that, what Matt did made ours so much black, like dark, look new. I thought, well, that may not even, I was thinking it's like shoe polish, you know. It may just be like that too, but your stove, the metal absorbs it, and then it makes it look black because it takes all the rust off.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks so much better. So much better. Takes me and Matt a while sometimes to get around to stuff. 30
It does.
years to build a shed.
Yeah.
About 30 years,
30 years to the stove.
To the stove.
Yeah.
We get there eventually, though, don't we?
I guess we do.
Eventually we get there. Well, what you got to head off and do?
I'm getting ready to hunt.
You gonna go worry about that?
From here to forward, from this moment at the end of this video, the rest of the day, I don't want nobody in the house telling me I need to go do this, I need to go do that, I want you to go do this. I'm going to be off the clock.
You're checking out?
Checking out. I'm going to piddle with all my
Clocking
gear
out.
and paraphernalia and get ready for tomorrow morning.
Okay. You're clocking out, huh? That's all right.
Yeah. If that's okay.
That's fine with me.
The big boss lady.
That's fine with me. I'm going to...
I'm going to have to check with corporate to see if that's okay.
Yeah, check with corporate. Who's that, Ira?
No, that's you.
Oh, well, yes, it's fine with me. I'm going to go spend some time with Granny. I got to take her some stuff and check on her. She's still not feeling very well, so I know all of you are praying for her, and we really appreciate that. And we're praying for you, all of you who've asked us to pray. We were praying, so we really appreciate that. We're glad when you stopped by to visit with us. Hope you enjoyed seeing Matt get some of the wood, and hope you'll be here for our first fire. I guess technically our second fire. It'll be the first fire though for warmth,
Yeah.
not just for the coconut oil.
Right.
We're always glad when you stop by to help us celebrate Appalachia.